6 feet tall, a strong build except for a slight paunch. His face was saggy with light eyes, thin upper lip covered by a gray mustache and a cleft chin. He raked whatever white hair he had left with his fingers. To Decker he said, "What do you think?" Decker said, "Single shot with no other bruises or wounds. Probably suicide. And it probably happened in the late night or early morning. I'll split the difference and say around midnight." Potts looked up. "What drew you to that conclusion?" "Flurries fell around 2 a.m. He was dead before that happened because he had been covered by a light sprinkling of snow. The exposed skin is cold and hard, but there is still warmth underneath with nothing frozen solid except for the toes and fingers. Also, in my experience, this isn't something people do during the daytime. They think about it, they get drunk and start brooding, and then they crawl away to end it all. When you do a tox screen, I bet you'll find alcohol or drugs. How close am I to your time estimate?" Potts had already put a thermometer into the liver. "From 11 last night to 3 this morning, using an average outside temperature of 25 degrees. "If it's suicide, it's an odd duck," Radar said. "Alone and naked in the deep part of the forest. This isn't going out in style. It's more like, don't anyone take notice of me." To Potts, "What do you make of it?" "My department is the how, Mike." Potts stood up and snapped off his gloves. "Your department is the why." He nodded to his assistants to load the body onto the gurney. It was a 5 to 7 minute walk to the clearing where the van had parked. The coroner said, "I'll have to thaw the body thoroughly before I can do the autopsy. It shouldn't take too long to get him on the slab. Even so, it'll take at least a couple of days if nothing else comes up." A pause. "Poor kid. And you have no idea who he is?" "Not yet. I'll keep you updated when I know something." Potts rubbed his arms and hurried to keep up with his assistants. Radar turned to Decker. "What's next?" "Do you mind finishing off the forensics?" "Not a problem. What's your plan?" "McAdams and I are going to follow the pathway and see if we can figure out how he got here. It's a long way to come by foot." "There isn't any vehicle nearby. If he walked, it was an all-day affair. Maybe he camped out." "That could be. It's cold, but easily survivable with the right clothes and provisions. Anyone check missing persons around the area?" "Ben Reuters is on it. He's working from a desk in a warm place, the lucky stiff." "Luckier stiff than this one," McAdams added. Radar's face turned sour. "Are you officially working, McAdams? If so, I'm going to figure out how to pay you." Decker said, "He just happened to be in the car with me when you made the call. He's giving me the day, and then he's back to civilian life. He has finals to study for." "Ah, law school," Radar said. "How's that going?" "It's going." "So you're not working for the department?" Decker answered first. "No, he's just here for the ride." McAdams said, Last I heard, I'm of my majority and capable of making my own decisions." "This isn't why you came down here," Decker said. "Things change, old man. As you always say, flexibility is a virtue." "I don't remember saying that." "So you are working on the case," Radar said. "I'll work with Decker if he wants me. If it's a suicide, it won't take long to wrap it up, right?" "Once we find out who he is," Decker said. "If it's not suicide, it gets complicated. I'm not pulling you away from your studies." "Not to worry. I could probably take the exams right now and pass, albeit a low pass. Besides, I could use a break for a day or two, clear my head of all that legal nonsense." "So are you working or not?" Radar asked. "Yes, I'm working. And don't worry about the money. We'll use the bartering system. You can teach me all you know about ballistics, fingerprinting, and blood spatter pattern, and I'll give you my time gratis. But only if the Lou wants me around." "You can tag along today," to Radar, Decker said.